Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking. I apparently don't get notified of anything anymore. I believe it's because I forgot to set push notifications on this computer, and therefore have not received anything, because the first instance of me finding out there was a new Phoenix Drop Days episode was in fact when I searched up Snow Coming Dance to get the image of the thumbnail, and the new episode appears underneath it. Now I can imagine the fans' reactions of this clearly doctored image of Aphmau as a werewolf. Last person to do that was Ian. But yes, this is in fact the first image, I think, the first thumbnail of Phoenix Drop Days that features Aphmau right front and center, even if the description says nothing about her. Hunter is determined to get Kiori to go to the Snow Coming Dance in order to see Annabelle, but Kiori has conditions, which are probably going to be something about her training. And of course the last word, subscribe, nothing to do with Aphmau in the thumbnail. So I suppose we are left wondering, what indeed could Aphmau be doing there? If she's been marked already as the Werewolf Alpha, how much time indeed has passed? And why is she a werewolf in the image? Those are the questions, and the episode is apparently still about Hunter and Kiori. So I really don't know what's going on. But I guess, without further ado, on with the review.
What? You can't be serious.
I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. I see gold and white, but that's just me.
I don't give
for crying out loud. No. Stop. Really? You are just insulting me with the fact that this does not take place on a consistent timeline. I'd argue that Jess's biggest failure as a creator is the fact that she includes modern references like this. Even this is a dated reference already, because the dress was a thing in 2016. But this, canonically, is 2002. She's done this before. My Hero Academia, the manga, came out in 2014, and that was referenced in Falcon Claw University, which was in 2007, 2008. And this might seem like a minor thing, but it really isn't, because when you think about it, these pop culture references are some things that studios do now to engage an immediate audience. But what is the problem is that these pop culture references, like this one, are dated. And if they're not dated now, they will date. It's like when I went back to watch Season 2 of My Street, and we had the whole image of Jean buying clothes at a soup store, which was a meme of the time, certainly, but is a dated reference. So, that means that in the future, these videos are not going to stand out as much anymore. We've already seen this be a problem. I know I'm getting worked up, but I've only watched 3 seconds of content. But this is a thing. We've already seen this kind of behavior date the videos. Aphmau was talking about how she was to remake My Street. Would she include the same references again? What anime would she reference this time? Because there's not so many super popular ones as there were before. And when the One Direction poster shows up, what is going to happen there? So these references end up doing more harm than good to the longevity of the show itself. And that's not so much a problem now, but it will be in the future should this series stay on, which I really hope it does. And it's going to cause more harm than good, that's all I'm saying. Let's see what their discussion is. Who sees red and gold and who sees blue and black? I mean, white and gold and blue and black, whatever.
It's not really that big of a deal. I see gold and white, but that's just me.
I don't give a crap about the color of the dress, Hunter.
And no one does, because, again, it's 2019 when this came out. 2002 when it's set, and 2016 when the meme was relevant. So much wrong with that.
I give a crap about what you said before the dress.
Also, this is an optical illusion?
Before that.
I don't know a thing about dresses, but here's the dress magazine.
Hunter!
I don't see what the big deal is.
I told you yesterday when you asked. I'm not interested in going to homecoming.
It's gonna be fun. Look fun, right?
I can't believe you even brought a dress shopping magazine.
Hey, I think most girls would find it adorable that a guy wants to be involved in a romance dance thing.
See, that's the thing. Kiori isn't most girls. Kiori is a character who is trying to stand out from most girls. Do not categorize her within most girls. I feel like I'm pointing out a lot of problems with this episode already. That's not a good sign.
It's snow coming, Hunter! And oh yeah, most ladies with boyfriends would eat that up. But if some guy they weren't taking to homecoming did that, then they'd probably think he was a serial killer.
No, they wouldn't. That's an exaggeration. You know what Hunter's motives actually are, and you're not strangers. A stranger might think someone's a serial killer if they're paranoid. You, on the other hand, are not.
Look, fine, I'm sorry. I just...
You told Annabelle you'd get me to go, didn't you? You know, I'm really putting my neck on the line for you here.
Oh, was that Aaron in the background there? I think that was.
You know, I'm
Yep, that's Aaron. Hello.
really putting my neck on the line for you here.
I promise I'll have you in absolute tip-top shape by the time mid-season tryouts
And bye, Aaron.
for track come along.
That's already part of the deal, Hunter.
Dang it. All right, anything else? You name it, whatever it is yours.
I have a history assignment on werewolves due tomorrow.
Wait, what? You can't be serious, right? Don't you pride yourself in doing the work on your own?
And also, isn't werewolf class already a subject which is only taken by werewolves unless someone signs you up manually? Like what happened with Sylvana and Aphmau? So, why is Kiori, who doesn't take werewolf class, why does she have an assignment on werewolves?
Of course I do. I'm not asking you to do the assignment for me. I'm asking you to do the research for me instead. Then we can talk about it during our training after school.
That's actually a fair payoff. Not gonna lie, that makes perfect sense. As someone who frequently either gets help or helps other people with assignments like that, that makes perfect sense. Sometimes people have other background information. It's like recently someone was doing a Frankenstein presentation. I had read the book of Frankenstein. I was able to provide that context because she hadn't read the book. And there was no time to read the book before the presentation was due. So yeah, makes sense.
You really want me to research stuff on werewolves? You know I'm not the best at papers and writing and stuff, right?
If you want me to go to homecoming, then...
Fine, alright, I'll do it.
Awesome! Good luck, Hunter.
Just don't blame me if you get a failing grade.
Oh, I'm sure your research will make for a passing grade. Especially if you want me to go to snowcoming. Remember, I need that info right after school.
Yeah. How hard can this be, right?
I will just say that is a really nice way of tying in the werewolf plots from like Phoenix Drop High to this series, and might actually be the first justification for setting this in Aphmau's freshman year. Although I can't really say too much yet, but that is promising.
What do you mean you don't have any books on werewolves?
They're all checked out.
All of them?
Again, I'm gonna praise this guy's voice act again.
All of them?
That was wonderful. I mean, you know, I don't know why I keep forgetting this guy's name. Why am I forgetting this guy's name again? Yeah, Jonas Scott. I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep forgetting his name. Yeah, Jonas Scott. He is wonderful. He has amazing moments, and yet he's amazing consistently as well. That's all I had to say about that.
You know, and I it just so happens that they have a major project due.
Are werewolves that diligent in studying?
Oh look, Aphmau. They appear later in the episode. They're credited in the description. You don't have to pretend that they're just background characters. We're gonna see them anyway.
They're as diligent as any other high schooler, which, as you know, most high school kids aren't that diligent. However, werewolves in particular don't normally return books back in the best condition, which is understandable given how territorial they can be.
Is she trying to imply that they urinate on the books? Because that is a whole problem in itself, and is probably the main reason, apart from the window breaking, the school took out werewolf insurance. Oh, can you imagine that? You've worked so hard on a book, you finally got it published and everything, and suddenly just a person comes on and urinates over it. Ugh.
Well then, can I use a computer?
We currently have a class using the computers for their computer lab. You'll have to wait until after school.
I don't have that long. I need the info right now.
Well, you didn't hear this from a school librarian, but if you're feeling lucky, maybe you can get away with using your phone's internet.
I literally can't afford to use my data.
Well, then you can connect to the school's public internet. Here's the password.
The school has a public internet, yet a ban on phones. Why?
This is too slow. Alright, just calm down, Hunter. Calm down. There has to be a way to research werewolves without having any reliable resources. Right?
Well, you would want to have reliable resources, because otherwise what's the point of doing the research? And yes, look at that, some reliable resources.
Wait! The librarian said there's a whole class dedicated to werewolves. Maybe I can ask them myself.
You're a junior, how do you not know that werewolf class exists?
This is fine. This is fine. Oh, just think about Annabelle.
I mean, that makes... I feel like they might be laughing at him. They're werewolves, they can all hear if he's speaking out loud. That is an established trait of werewolves, that the fact they can hear really well. First point of research there, werewolves have really good hearing, and they're not selective.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I was wondering if maybe I could ask you girls a few questions.
Questions?
Please don't take this one the wrong way, but I was curious about your...
Ooh, do you think this human is going to ask us to snow coming?
Wait, huh?
Really?
Well, that would imply one question. He definitely said questions. So, no. And also, he can just say right now, I have a piece of paper, I need to research on werewolves, please help. You don't have to beat about the bush.
That's so brave of him.
What an alpha move!
Whoa, hey, wait a minute,
So, who are you going to ask?
Me, obviously. I'm closest to alpha female material.
Which, as we all know, is something humans care about.
Please, you, alpha female, you can barely keep a beta male in check. Yeah, didn't your man leave you or something?
No!
Wow, what a way to call her out like that. Way to throw your friend under a bus. But also, this is the first time we've heard the term beta being used. Obviously, it was there, but... yeah, it's the first time it's been said in this universe, which seems odd, but also kind of fitting.
Oh, I kicked him to the curb because he wasn't good at loving me?
I just realized, I went to a charity shop today with my mum, and one of the signs on one of the cards on there said Women's Wit 2020, and this just gave me a chuckle because it said I ran into my ex today, and then I backed up and ran into him again. I don't know why, that just made me chuckle. I feel like that's kind of this situation. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't just dump him, I literally dumped him in the trash or something like that, which I'm guessing is a werewolf thing to do. Take notes, Hunter, take notes. I'm sure that's happened sometime.
Ladies,
It's me you want, right?
oh my Irene, I've never met girls this aggressive before.
Shannon, what are you doing?
Getting a better mate. Dave!
A what?
A date, Dave. You know, like compassion. Something you're not great at.
You lack compassion. Shut the hell up! It's a real problem! Oh, who's making you feel feelings, Shannon?
How dare you feel feelings? You know, former girlfriend who had feelings for me.
God, he hasn't got a clue about anything, has he?
Which is probably why she kicked him to the curb.
This human right here. You are a human, right?
Oh, so you want to play tough, huh? You got a lot of nerve to go after my girl.
I'm not your girl, Dave.
She's right. She doesn't belong to anyone.
Stand down, humanite.
Stop!
Huh?
Ah, here we go. So she arrives in full Season 2 attire despite Season 1. I really shouldn't nitpick. This is the moment where everyone is going to be screaming. I know this.
What did you say?
Please leave him alone.
Ah, here we go. Yeah, that's more like it. It's great to see you, Aphmau. Great to see you.
No, wait.
Be careful. Why are you stopping me?
I just realised that her bow is much more like smooth and less blocky.
Don't you realize who that is? A scrawny human who gives a crap about... That's the alphas.
They said the word mate openly in front of her like several times. They just thought they were all she just thought they were all Australian. That was a running gag. I've watched Phoenix Drop High enough times.
Since when? Are we really gonna allow two humans to...
Huh?
I'm annoyed at it too, but if we want to change that, we gotta fight him. I don't understand how... No! Just wait. Once I take that title, I'm coming back for you.
And we never heard from Dave again. Oh, that's a paused image right there.
Huh?
Did she scare them off?
You okay? Darn it.
It's best we don't get close to her.
Yeah, come on.
I'll catch you later, cutie.
Yeah, thanks for that.
For what?
You didn't see how you scared him off?
Not really much of a scaring off as much as just kind of standing up to him. It's not really a scare off.
From my perspective, it just looked like they got flustered with you. The werewolves in my class get pretty heated when they're fighting, and they just kind of walk away as far as I've seen.
Really? Oh, well, then thanks for saying something at least. Not like everybody else watching.
Oh, for that, you're welcome.
Hello? She said she has werewolves in her class. That's a sign. Ding, 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 ding.
I guess it just bothered me, I guess. Anyway, glad to see you all right. See you around.
Wait, she said werewolves are in her class. Hey, wait a minute! Hey, yeah, you said you had werewolves in your werewolf class?
By the way, if there wasn't enough confirmation the minigames aren't canon already, this is already establishing it, meeting for the first time. Just saying. Hi, Christopher.
Yeah?
But you're human. Or so that guy from before said.
Ugh, oh yeah. So,
There are werewolves in other classes, right? They're not just all in classes together. I say this because the way they phrased it right now is that it implies that she has werewolves in her other class, not that she attends werewolf class herself, which a moment ago Hunter didn't even know existed. That's why I'm putting it out.
Funny story. I was enrolled in the wrong class on my first day.
So, you're still in it?
Yeah, but I think someone in the office just messed up a lot of papers because there's this other human guy in my class too.
Perfect! Then, do you think you can help me?
With?
Well, you see, I have this writing assignment I need to do about werewolves, and I need some history on them.
I'm probably not the right person to ask. I barely make it by a werewolf class at the moment.
Huh?
It's like, sometimes they talk about bodily functions, and I'm not ready to talk about that.
What are you, a freshman or something? Oh, I'm sorry. I just didn't want to guess.
Are you a freshman?
No, I'm a junior.
I tell you to use the books in the library, but I know how it goes with werewolf-related books, especially when there's big assignments that are due around this time.
Oh, yikes, that is a thing. Oh, poor Aphmau. No.
How about your phone?
I can't.
Huh? Oh, here, you can use mine for a second.
Really?
Yes, it's a different phone to the one I had at the exact same time in this series, but whatever, we're not going to address it. By the way, he just takes it from her. Who's FC?
But you gotta walk with me. I'm not about to give you my phone. It's really important to me right now.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I can't imagine whose phone isn't important to them. Hey, you going to class?
Nah, I have first lunch.
Really? Me too. Do you think I can eat with you today, or?
Sure.
So...
Such an Aphmau thing to do. I praised Kiori's character for how different she was to Aphmau, but it is nice to return to Aphmau. You can kind of see why everyone really liked her so much, because she's kind of like Annabelle in that regard as well. It's like Annabelle is the Aphmau of Phoenix Drop Days, but before Aphmau showed up in Phoenix Drop Days.
Ooh, are there any tabs I should avoid?
Many.
Yeah, we know that she's looking up all that fan fiction. Pretty sure she's been doing that for all her life. Empress_Aphmau on Wattpad.
Wow. Werewolves have a deep history. I mean, I had no idea.
She ate that cheeseburger in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, Mr. Gavin keeps reiterating to everyone that rage and anger are like harsh emotions for werewolves to face. It's something about their origins dating back to when magic was more prominent in the world.
What is that something?
I normally fall asleep in werewolf class since, well, I'm just a crappy student.
You are gonna regret that in years to come. This is why you pay attention in school, kids, because sometimes your literal life can depend on it. Just the realization that a lot of the events in Emerald Secret from that point onwards could have been at least addressed properly by Aphmau, by character Aphmau, if she paid attention in class. Like, obviously they paid close attention by like real life Aphmau, I mean character Aphmau here. Just reiterating that.
But that's something is still unknown.
Really?
Yeah, apparently a lot of history was lost during that time period. So no one knows and everyone is just left guessing.
Wow. Man, that must suck. Not knowing your history.
It sucks for sure.
What about...
Sometimes knowing your own history is worse. Like, think about it, yeah, if you consider what happened with Aaron.
this Ultima?
Hmm?
Oh wow, there's a lot of speculation on what this is.
Oh, yep, okay. Just gonna name drop that. You know, I was hinting at it, but fair enough, just gonna come right out of the blue. Fair enough, yeah, the Ultima. We're talking about the Ultima here.
What is it?
Killer of humans, uncontrolled. Rage consumes reason. The werewolf's curse? It sounds like a fairy tale.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure nothing like that exists.
What I'm reading...
Yeah, okay, gotta be on the nose. Alright.
Thing is a fairy tale. Probably why you haven't learned about it. Oh look, there's a conspiracy theory subreddit dedicated to it.
Of course there is. Even though Reddit didn't exist yet, and I'm not forgetting about what I said at the beginning of the video. Oh, I'm part of the problem, aren't I? I'm falling in for this pop culture stuff. Okay. Alright, moving past that. Not going to address that. Alright.
Or I was just asleep during that.
We got a text from an FC.
Give me that!
See? See, I knew that. See? I knew that was going to come up. The horrified face. Okay, well, I guess that might be why Aaron's voice is in the video, or why he's credited or something, because he hasn't said a word yet so far. He'd be perfect for this assignment, actually.
I didn't read it.
Don't say that name! Ugh. Look, he's a great friend of mine, and it's weird when...
Hey, you!
You guys?
What do you guys want?
To get you both in a secluded place. Screw going after the Alpha directly! I'm gonna hit him where it hurts!
Huh? You need to...
You know, that seems exactly like what Ian would do. And again, like, I will say this: Ian was very dumb in some ways, and very smart in others. Like, he knew how to hurt people. I think that's why everyone agreed to hate him so much, myself included. You know, it was perfect. And it seems that's a consistent werewolf thing.
Directions?
Hey, stop! What was that?
Stay down.
Oh, okay, fair enough. He actually does show up in the video. Yep. Okay.
What was that about?
You're just as stupid, aren't you?
No, I'm not! What gave you the right to punch him like that?
Did you not realize what was going on?
I'm with him. Did he not realize that he was going to beat her up? Come on. This is why you get called a Mary Sue, Aphmau.
No, because I couldn't hear him!
Maybe your ears just don't work because you don't pay attention in class either.
Or because you're a human and you don't have proper werewolf ears. But you know what, we're not going to say that because you're still undercover, aren't you?
I think I've had enough learning about werewolves today. I'm just gonna scoot on out of here.
Stupid!
Wow. Is that the best you got?
I mean, you didn't really write down any research or answer anything that's on Curie's paper, but sure, just walk away.
Stop arguing with me.
You can't tell me what to do. I'll argue all I want. You stop arguing.
I do what I want.
I do what I want too.
Well,
Don't ask. Just take.
Kind of been that traumatizing. Come on, those two have chemistry.
wow, this is awesome, Hunter. Thanks.
I read it for 2 seconds and it's already awesome!
Wait, you actually got books? Darn it! Now I have to go.
This time, I'm not helping you pick a dress.
No.
I mean, she could wear the dress, for all we know. And just like that, the video ends. Well, I will say we got off to a bit of a rocky start. I know that I rambled on for that first bit, but still, that kind of like sums up, you know, the fundamental flaw in Aphmau's pretty much otherwise perfect writing. The other one, I guess, which also came up in this episode, is the fact that some references are on the nose, and some of them are subtle. And there's a bit of that as well, because, you know, one thing that I love about series that reward you for watching all the way through like this is that, well, precisely they do that. They reward you for watching all the way through. And there's some references that people get, like the one in Diary's Revival, where Aphmau asks Jean, "Oh, I'm sure there's some people who miss you," and then Jean goes, "I know at least one person does." See, that is a great reference because it rewards you for knowing the backstory of Jean and what he did to his village. In the Ultima situation, suddenly when you're talking about that so openly without the subtlety behind it and the whole idea of the werewolf history, it kind of takes away from it sometimes. There's more prevalent examples in other Aphmau contents, but this one, I don't know, just stood up because I was already, I guess, put off by the beginning. I don't know. Of course, it was wonderful to see Aphmau and Aaron once again, even if it is, during those bickering moments that they had before they knew who each other were. And I suppose now I get to try and piece that into the timeline to see if what if Aphmau met FC early affects that situation. Actually, that would be interesting. Now I have an excuse to revisit that series again and try and write a new episode around that. You know what? I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about that. So anyway, I think that's my general thoughts on this episode. I'm sure if you want people over the top Aphmau reactions to her appearing again, you can probably go to the comments of this video that I'm watching now, because I'm sure they're going to be all over the place. Oh well. On that note, please do leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And on that note, until next time, farewell.